Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Bucket Flow. And before starting, if you're new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe. Okay, you can follow me on a LinkedIn. Okay, or you can check out my portfolio website. Okay, and already first video is launched. That is the introduction to AWS CCP. And today is day two, like kind of part two. And today we are going to learn what is cloud computing. Okay, so this will be a overview, okay, high level overview of what is cloud computing before learning to AWS. Okay, before learning to AWS we need to learn few things actually. And one of the thing is what is like how websites works. Okay, if I give you overview and high level description how website work. So we have a client in the sense anything, like it will be phone or us anything. And here we have a internet, that is internet. Okay, and here is our server. Okay, so server will have some IP. Let me remove these things. Okay, so like we search google.com. Okay, mostly we to check the internet. What we do, we search here google.com. Okay, so how my browsers know where to go, okay, and which server it should go. Okay, so for that we have IP address, we have a client IP address, we have a server IP address. You can take example of IP addresses. If you send a post, okay, you need to send a post. Okay, let me check here. You send a mail. Okay, you want to send one mail. Okay, and you mail it, like you create a mail. Okay, let me remove this one. You have a mail. Now for that what you will do, you will go to post office. Okay, uh, let's take a house. Okay, you will go here post office. Okay, post office, and then you it will reach to a destination. Okay, here we need to put a address. Okay, address, and here it will be a post office. Minute, this will be a post office, and here is our your friend house. Anyone write a letter to a principal. Just imagine this is a principal house, old school. Okay, so how it will reach, there will be a principal address in our mail, same like we have a IP address of our server. Then we type the IP address and will reach to a server. That's the overview and how the websites works actually. Okay, and this is just example, like if you like analogy type of. Okay, let me draw arrow. Okay, you go here, then from here to here your principal, then principal will read uh, your letter. Okay, write a letter to your principal for the 2 days holidays. Okay, now now if I say what is a server. Okay, so what to make server, like server compositions, what are the server composition. Now let's server composition, like what are the things available will be in a server. Okay, first thing will be a compute. Okay, that is our CPU. Okay, next will be a memory. Okay, and the memory like a RAM. Next will be a storage. Okay, storage will store some data, zeros and one binary. Okay, file anything. Now we need a database. Okay, database to store data, like in a structured way we can store like a table. Okay, and if a table like MySQL, no SQL kind of. Okay, to store some data, okay, in our database, so that you can use it later. Now we need a network. Okay, network like router, DNS. We'll see what are all these things, router, DNS and all. DNS server. Okay, server. So these are the server composed of. Okay, and if I take an analogy, you can take a phone. Okay, and device frame. we have a phone. Okay, what are the things will be available in our phone? We will have a compute power, okay, like processor. Like we have a RAM, we will have a RAM in our phone. We have some storage, like uh, we have some storage thing so that we can store. Okay, same. Now we will have some file explorer, you can say, like a database. Okay, it's not like in that way, but it will store the file in a structured way. Okay, so that's the thing. And apart from them, we need a router like network 5G as of now. Okay, 5G 4G, so that you can communicate with other things. Okay, so this is what. Okay, and I did like routers, DNS server, we will see later in the upcoming videos. Okay, and let's so what are the traditional infrastructure of like to build a server? Okay, in IT firms, in your garage, what are the things? Okay, one is on premises. Like, let me search icons server. Okay, what you can do, you can create a in on premises, like in your garage and anything. You need to manage all these things. Okay, network computing, you need to configure everything. Then there will be a data center. Okay, we will center data center. Okay, we'll take a data center, so we'll have a multiple data centers, kind of like this. Okay, so what is the problem in this one is like in your house. Okay, and this will be in your data center. Okay, so for that, in this approach, what is the problem? Okay, we can do like this also, like server, we can host our server in our house in the data center. Okay, so what is the problem? First of all, if in this you need to pay rent. Okay, of your, like if you have own house, that's fine. If you have a data center, then you need to pay for the rent, power supply, hardware, things and all, and it should be up and running 24/7. So that's the one thing. And upon that, it should be a disaster proof. If anything happen, if rain, sudden rain, earthquake, anything, so there you need to manage all these things. So that's problem with the traditional IT approach. Okay, so how to overcome all these things, like rent, power supply, cooling, and hardware scaling limitations 24/7. It should be available up and running, and a disaster recovery. So for that, we have something called cloud. Okay, let me search cloud. Okay, so cloud is basically cloud, not on cloud you will store things, not on cloud. So basically, like somewhere it's running. Okay, no need to worry about that server. Okay, just you need to run your application and all. In that, we are going to learn AWS. We have other services also, like we have GCP, Google, from Google, and we have oh, delete it. We have, oh, okay, what's happening? Oh, okay, my bad. It should be a text. One is Azure. Okay, so these are the most known companies in a cloud computing field. Okay, so in this playlist, we are going to learn about AWS. Okay, because our goal is to clear the CCP exam. Okay, AWS. Why AWS? No worry. Same concept, different name, different product. Okay, but the concept is same in every cloud providers. Okay, these are called a cloud provider by the way. And this is what, if you do anything, okay, in the AWS, that's it's called a cloud computing. Okay, so that is called a cloud cloud computing. Simple, nothing more. So this is cloud computing. Okay, now, so if I say what is cloud computing, okay, so first thing is on demand. On demand, you can make it server up and running, like storage, EC2 instance, server up and running on demand. Okay, So this is a first advantage we have. Okay, now the second advantage is pay as you go, pay as you go model. So whatever the resource you are using, pay for that only. Apart from that, no need to pay. Okay, if you are using a database, pay for the database. If you are using server, pay for the server. If you are using DNS server, Route 53, pay for that only. Now, apart from that, you no need to pay anything. And most important is access from anywhere. Okay, you can access your data with from anywhere. Like if you, it doesn't mean if your server is in USA, okay, you can access from India, like that. You can uh, access from anywhere, and it will take care of all your 24 by 7 power supply. No need to worry about power supply, and most of the time is 99.9999% uptime you will get. Like no will give you 100%, because if we have seen a recent example, US East one, there for few time it affect that region actually. Okay, there will might some other reason, but it affect. So they will give you a 99.99% uptime. Okay, no one is guarantee 100 give you a 100%. Okay, so what here we if we see here we saw like what is the downtime, like what is the disadvantage of hosting a server in a house or a data center. Okay, and what is the benefit of using AWS cloud providers. So these are the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, if I give you example of some of the cloud services we are using. Okay, so let's see the cloud services we are using, and might you know, might you don't know. Okay, first one is Gmail. Okay, text is okay, Gmail. Okay, Gmail is a cloud service. We use the service. We are not worry about where it's hosted. Uh, it is available 24/7 or not, but it's available. Okay, and if your Gmail storage is full, then you need to pay, like pay as you go. Okay, that's the model. Okay, and then apart from that, we have a Dropbox. Okay, Dropbox, and we have many other services. Okay, like cloud services, they use behind the scene cloud only. Okay, like and recently we come about Canva also, like Affinity, very recently in is in the news. Okay, so one thing, and these are the few services we using cloud services. Okay, and apart from that, there are some models also, like the deployment model of the clouds. Okay, how the clouds you going to use. Okay, you want a dedicated cloud. Okay, one server you want for your specific thing, and one is a public, anyone can access your resources from the cloud, and one is a hybrid, like some resources they want to use and some resources doesn't want to use. So for that we have something called like, okay, let me write here. Okay, and text deployment models of the cloud, models of the cloud. Okay, first one is we have private cloud, private. Okay, and the second one is public, public, spelling public, and one we have third one is hybrid. Okay, so these are the three uh, models of deployment. Okay, one is a private, one is public, and one is a hybrid. Private in the sense you will get the dedicated servers, no one able to access, do whatever, but we have some rules and regulation for that, so that you like don't misuse this. Okay, this is a private, this is a public, and this is a hybrid. Okay, so in private we have a Rockspace something, and for the public cloud we have Azure, Google, GCP, and AWS, and we have some hybrid cloud. There you host your data center plus the cloud service. You will get the both. That's combination is called a hybrid. Okay. So these are the deployment model in the cloud. Okay. And this much, I think now you got the exam like overview, what is cloud computing and all, how the website works, server composed of, and cloud services, deployment model in the cloud. Next tomorrow's video we'll go through the private, public, and hybrid. More about this. I guess the video is little bit long, lengthy. So rest of the things we'll cover in the next upcoming videos. See you in the next video. And before going, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and see you in the next video. Bye bye.